Greetings, everybody, and welcome back to Pro League, live at the Nexon Arena. Back once again, I'm Valdez. Joining me today is Moonglade. How are you doing?
I'm good, Valdez. I'm feeling fantastic, man. Another day, another couple of matches. It's going to be a good one today as well. Very excited to see how CJ's going to perform in this new round. Up against the likes of their opponents, who we'll see in just a moment.
Yeah, CJ looking good, looking spiffy. They got the same pants on that I do. They got that light blue jeans, and over here we got the all blue jeans team, the dark blue. Of course, this is Samsung. They got 7th place so far. Not doing so well. Not compared to last season, especially.
Very surprisingly at that, Valdez. You know, we really would expect more from one of those old school Kesper teams, but they just haven't found traction. It's kind of surprising, but you know, it is a new round. Maybe they can come into it today with some practice players and look for an upset.
Yeah, they got a big beast ahead of them, and CJ just able to win round 2 of this season of Pro League, doing very well for themselves. We actually received some gifts because of their win from round 2. The fans of CJ showing their thanks, saying, "Good job, guys," in round 2. Now receive our gifts. They got like a huge setup down there, even a picture of all the players, the coaches. It's actually really nice.
Yeah, I actually thought it was someone's birthday when I first looked at that. It's like a frame of every single player, so maybe it was like the team's birthday, but nope, it's just a celebration of their victory last round, which is kind of cool.
Yeah,
I like that.
Giant cake up there, a bunch of fruit, even a couple bottles of wine or maybe champagne down there in celebration.
Hopefully they drink that after the match today.
Yeah, well, that would be a fun tournament, some drunk Starcraft.
Yeah, that would actually be very entertaining. Maybe one day they'll do that. Some after-hours sort of league where they drink soju.
Yeah.
One can only hope.
And if you lose a match, you got to take a couple shots or something. You go on to the next match.
Every time you lose a unit, you can take a shot.
That's how you die, Moonglade. Here is Solar on the right side. He hasn't been doing so well for Samsung. One of the main reasons, actually, that they're not doing as well, because he played so well in last season, but it's really, really falling off. And just, I don't know, he's kind of disappeared at this point.
Yeah, he really has. He's just been in such a slump compared to last year. It's been really surprising. Ever since he won that DreamHack, he's kind of just went downhill, especially here in Korea.
No. Well, guys, we got Sojung here. She's going to read off the viewpoints and, of course, go into that head coach interview afterwards. It's going to be pretty fun.
I love these viewpoints. I cannot wait to get into these. I want to know what today is all about.
You guys can talk about this later after we talk about today's match, Valdez.
Yeah, today's match, CJ Entis versus Samsung Galaxy Khan. We got herO versus BrAvO to start things off in Cactus Valley. Then we got Byung versus Deer, another PVT. And then we go into Biel versus Reality. A nice little ZVT there. We'll see if Reality wants to play that mech on Deadwing, actually.
Yeah, that'd be pretty interesting. And then Ragnarok versus Hurricane to close things out. My boy Ragnarok going to try his best here. He's had a bit of mixed results lately in the matchup, so it'll be interesting if it actually gets there. I think the biggest hurdle for Samsung is even getting to that match where they really have a chance at maybe taking that game. Hurricane, one of the veterans, doing a lot better than Ragnarok in Pro League.
Yeah, that definitely got some mixed results from the casters. Going to be interesting to see the predictions and how they fall today. We were talking about this a little bit before the cast. We feel like CJ Entis is in a great position actually to take a quick 3-0 right off the bat. Just herO versus BrAvO. Here's doing so well, and they got Biel as well, who's becoming quickly one of the top 3 Zergs in the world. And of course, Byung, just in general, a very solid player, whereas Deer hasn't been doing so well.
Yep, absolutely. And here we go with the winners' rankings for today. Obviously, here going to be looking to get that rank 1 position, solidify it. As we go down the list, we've also got Biel, sitting in 6th place, tied there. Another win today would put him right up there.
Yeah, Maru yesterday, he was able to get 2 wins, actually, getting that ace match win, and of course the one right before that. So, able to tie herO up there. Here's the team status of CJ. No changes to the roster, it looks like. And just going into round 2, they get actually in 1st place with 192 points.
Yeah, they made a lot of points last rounds. And yeah, very tight-knit team. They didn't really have to make changes at this point. They're doing fantastically. Yeah. I like that a lot.
Doing a lot better than the round 1 and 2 of 2014. And you can see Samsung over here doing a little bit worse. They were able to get 106 points in the first 2 rounds of the 2014 Pro League. This time only 75.
Yeah, they've really bottomed out this year already. They've just really been having a rough time. It's quite surprising.
And here is our viewpoints. I'm going to read it off, guys. Will Samsung be able to overcome their weakness against stronger teams? And they're talking about CJ, obviously, and who will be the next Zerg card following Ragnarok and BrAvO. And that's it for tonight, and you guys can discuss.
Okay, Zerg card. I'm not entirely sure what that means.
Yeah, I don't know.
And we
like
also have.
I'm
sorry. We also have events here. If you guys are here at the Next Arena, you guys can get razor mouse pads, headsets, keyboards through a raffle, and come here to the Next Arena, and you'll be able to get an HTML backpack. Also, that through a raffles. After all the games are finished, 2 people are picked, so you have your chance. Come down to the arena and get the HTML backpack. It looks cool.
Yeah. It does look cool.
Yeah, I actually really like them. If I didn't have a backpack of my own, I might try and get me one of those.
Snatch one of those as we're running.
Just steal one
out of the
at
studio.
the end of the day. Just flug it.
Well, guys, I think we're about to jump straight into our coach interview, so I'll hand it off to you, Sojung.
Thank you. We're going to be talking to CJ's head coach Park first, and also Stork from Samsung Galaxy.
네, 먼저
Here we have both of them.
CJ2C의 박용훈
Stork
감독과
looking
이야기를
sharp
나눠보도록
with this
하겠습니다.
new
운동이 안녕하세요.
haircut.
네, 안녕하세요.
자, 라운드 우승부터 캐스파컵까지 굉장히 바쁜 날을
Well, CJ has been really busy these days. They've won Kespa Cup and now they've won Pro League. It was a dramatic win, definitely. And his family has been a really great help to him. And head coach Park admits, yes, they were great help to me. And his daughter was holding up a cheerful.
당시 심정 어떠셨어요?
Chester asking how he felt at that time.
많이 놀랬고요.
I was kind of surprised when I saw them. I do know that they would do this, but after I saw that kind of event, looking at my daughter holding up a cheerful, I felt really happy, and I feel really bad that I wasn't able to show that happiness on my face. Well, congratulations to Coach Park on that.
일단 오늘 신이범 선수가 출격을
And
했습니다.
as
드디어
Moonglade pointed out, Ragnarok has made it onto the roster for CJ, and let's see if there is another card available for CJ other than BrAvO.
현재 신이범 선수의
Let's see what head coach Park has got to say for this, like which position he is in for the team.
네, 그거는 약간 기밀사항이라 자세하게
That is kind of a secret, so I can't tell you in this in description. But Ragnarok, talking about him, after we brought him in our team, we wanted to use him for Pro League. We did have thoughts, but we were holding for that because inside we were thinking that if we start opening the Pandora's box, it's gonna be it always became regrets for me. So that's been my long experience. So that's why I wanted to use Ragnarok when he was ready, really ready. So have a good start for him. So that's why I didn't use Ragnarok for Pro League, and there's the reason for that. And definitely, there will be a good play for Ragnarok.
알겠습니다. 많은
Next to BrAvO, you know.
자, 송명우 플레잉 코치에게
And now back to the playing coach for Samsung Galaxy at Stork. Well, head coach Park has opened his precious Pandora's box on the day of Samsung Galaxy, but Stork has opened that Pandora's box several times, and let's see what he's got to say for this roster and how he's leading the team.
이 부분에 대해서 한번 언급을 해주시죠.
네, 일단 많은 분들이 저희 팀원들이 골고루 출전하는 거를 보고 이제 좀 많이 궁금해하셨는데
Well, many people are wondering about the entry because several players get to play, but I discussed it with the coach, Donggan Kim.
좀 다른 사람들이 보기에는 좀
And it can be misleading, or people may not be able to understand why our roster is this. But you know, we write this entry as like thinking that we will be able to win. So yeah, that's what happens.
1라운드와 2라운드를 통해서 조금씩 성적이 올라오는 모습을 보이고 있는데.
And in round 1 and round 2, they have been trying to show better results, but the ace cards, the S cards haven't been working so well. Let's see what they've been doing.
일단 저도 선수를 아직 하고 있고.
Well, I'm a playing coach as well. I'm still a player, and from my experience, they do have enough, but they don't have enough confidence, you know, as Gear or those S level cards. What I can do is, you know, try to help them gain back their confidence, you know, try to give them good advice always, and that's what Dongwon Kim, our coach, is doing also. But our teammates are doing really well, but I think they will do better if they show what they do in their practice sessions for broadcasted matches.
송병구 코치와 나이대가 비슷한 선수들이 활약을 하고
And you know, even in Team Spenu, there are players who are as old as Dork. Kanata is asking if he wants to play in Pro League, and he says, "I want to play in Pro League, of course I do, but personally,
좀 자기 자랑을 하자면은
if I want to, you know, if I kind of boast myself,
다승 순위에 있는 선수들을 다 제가 이겼었거든요.
I have won almost all the players on the winners ranking last season, and I do have that thought that I can do better. But now that I'm being playing coach, it's kind of hard for me to concentrate as a player, pro gamer. But still, I feel really happy about my job. I feel really satisfied when my players go out and win. And I do have thoughts to become a player, a full-time, but still I have that setback to become a playing coach. And Goliath Monster keeps implying that he should come back as a player.
근데 저나 김동건 코치가
Well, me and Coach Kim have a long experience as a player, but this is both of our first season as a coach. We still try to fill each other's, you know, empty parts. So we still have a long way to go. So rather than giving one a big role, I think still I can't give Coach Kim all the work for the coaching stuff. So I can only be a playing coach at the moment.
2라운드 때 정말 극적으로 우승을 하고
And now back to CJ. They took a dramatic win. Let's see if they can do it for round 3. Let's see what he's got to say about that.
제가 오늘 경기장 와서 좀 놀랐는데요.
Well, I was kind of surprised when I got to next arena because there are, as Valdez mentioned, there are lots of presents from our fans from winning that round. But actually, we took that dramatic win, and after that win, I'm in a really good mood, and the players will be able to start in a really good situation, really good mood set. And in round 3, so I hope to win more, you know, more dramatically. And now let's see what Stork's got to say.
1라운드와 2라운드 때 점점 발전되는 모습을
Well, we've been trying to show developed parts, developed results in round 1 and round 2. Even in round 3, we will try to make it to playoffs for round 3, and we will try our best. So please keep supporting for us. This was Stork and head coach Park, and this was Sojung. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Sojung, for that crazy translation. Especially Stork had so much to say. That was quite impressive.
Yeah, that was pretty lengthy, I got to admit. Not used to them being that long, but yeah, very interesting to hear what those coaches had to say. Very interested to see hear what they had to say about Ragnarok as well, you know, because he is that player that we'll kind of wonder, like, when's he going to come out, when's he going to start doing well for Pro League, and he just wanted to wait as long as possible, you know, make sure he is completely ready before they take him out.
Yeah. I guess once you make it into Code S, it's like, okay, well, I guess you have earned your spot. You do deserve a chance, at least, to come out in Pro League. And especially today, if he does well against a guy like Hurricane, who has been playing well against Zerg recently, he definitely will earn his spot in the future. But regardless, that is the 4th match. We don't even know if we're going to get there first. Let's talk about herO. The overall Grandmaster so far, Morrow has caught up to him and tied him at first place, 11 wins. But herO right now is super dominant.
Yep, he is the Protoss god right now in Korea. He's done so well. He won the Cactus Cup over Dark in the Grand Finals, going to that 7th game, and he's been tearing it up versus Zerg specifically. We haven't seen him against Terran in a little while now. It's actually been quite some time since we've seen him, go up against the Terran, even in Pro League. The last time was Cure in the playoffs when they played. So that was a couple of weeks ago now.
Yep. Here's BrAvO. Leaving SKT, came to Samsung Galaxy Con. We all talked about how he thought that was a great move for him. He's gotten a lot more playing time here in Pro League. So far, he is 4-2, but this is going to be his first game against Protoss, and it's against herO.
Yeah, that's a pretty tough one. Last time we saw BrAvO, he did get 3-0'd by Curious in GSL Code A. And besides that, we did actually have a win versus Dream a few weeks ago now.
Yeah.
Not too bad, that's a pretty solid win in TVT. Yeah, but yeah, as you were saying, we haven't seen this guy against Protoss. I'm so curious to see how he's going to play.
I really want to see what he's going to do, especially on one of our newer maps here in the pool, Cactus Valley. Man, this is going to be an interesting matchup. I'm sure everybody favoring herO here. And we're going to get a look at the predictions before we go into this match.
We should do. And yeah, Cactus Valley. We kind of getting a trend of, oh, what?
Wait, what?
Whoa. 87%?
No, that can't be right.
That must have been last week.
Oh, that's got to be from yesterday.
Oh, it's from yesterday.
Okay.
87%. This guy is a god. Like,
I know.
No, that ain't
he wasn't that successful at the end.
Hold on here. I'm pretty sure I had a better result last round. It doesn't matter.
I guess that was just from yesterday's results there. But regardless, I was hoping we would get a look at who won round 2.
Yeah, that would have been interesting. Oh, well. Guess we had to see who won yesterday.
Regardless, guys, jumping into game number 1 here, herO versus BrAvO on Cactus Valley. Up here in the top right, in the yellow for CJ Entis.
Ooh.
He's won Kespa Cup. It is herO.
That's a sweet badge, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. Up here in the top left, we do have the player for Samsung, BrAvO. Playing his debut match in TVP.
Yeah.
One of these new maps, Cactus Valley. No surprise we're seeing this kind of matchup on this map. I always thought, Valdez, that it was a pretty bad map for Zerg. You know, I just thought that. I had a good feeling about that. Looking at just the choke points and how the bases are laid out, it feels like fantastic map for Protoss.
Yeah, I mean, just especially against Zerg, you can just really abuse those force fields. We saw many times players, going down to that third base and just force fielding off the natural. It's really annoying for Zerg to deal with. Taking a look at our predictions from the fans, 82% versus 18%.
18% voted for BrAvO?
Yeah, man. Cheer up. Cheer up, BrAvO. It's not all bad. You're going to get smashed.
Wow.
No, I don't know.
GG Girl's already counting him out. I don't know what's going on there. The morale is low here in the studio, apparently.
At least on the Samsung side of things.
Sam. We've never seen BrAvO play against Protoss, so let's keep an open mind here, Valdez.
Yeah.
Let's not jump to conclusions.
You never want to jump to conclusions. You never want to assume.
Not in a best of 1.
That's the biggest part, and I'm glad you mentioned it because this is Pro League. You got that best of 1 against 1 opponent. It's not a best of 5.
That is right.
There are some mind games that go into it because it is a best of 1. You can just get cheesed out. Maybe it makes a player play a little bit more safe, but overall, a much shorter series than like a best of 5 or even a best of 7, say.
Indeed. Pretty standard sort of openings for both. Seeing that Reaper opening for BrAvO. Going to be scouting the map with that Reaper, trying to find out exactly what herO's got planned. Let's see if herO's going to deviate from his usual sort of PvT play.
White Ting. Kespa Cup champion.
That's right.
They call him the Flower Boy. Flower Boy Protoss.
I don't know about that.
I don't know if I would want to be called that,
No.
I don't know if that's really a compliment, to be honest. I know what they're trying to say. They're just trying to say, like, he looks really good, which is true, but
they could have just said he's a
Flower Boy Protoss.
Pretty boy instead.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. But
I guess that's a better translation.
Yeah. I don't know.
Better interpretation. Let me be careful with my words. I know some people are still a little bit touchy about that.
Flower Boy. Yeah, I don't know what you were thinking, fellas.
Well, that is the literal translation.
No, I think it's
like
fine. I think it's fine. I'm only joking, dude. I'm just pulling your leg, mate. I'm just going to give you stuff. It's fine. Let's see if herO's going to go into his usual style. That early robo, get out a few observers, deflect everything while he goes into heavy gateway, upgraded units, as well as a Colossus. That is the style we've just about always seen of him in this matchup. He has deviated a couple of times, but he'll always go back to it, and he does it so well, better than any other Protoss. As though he's
oh my God.
Deflect.
I thought about this. I saw that SCV down there and it stayed, and we're going to just see another hidden base.
Wow.
And this is on the other side of things. We saw actually Stats try to do this against Maru just yesterday.
Yeah, isn't it interesting that this kind of meta is in the game right now? It's like hidden bases. It's such an easy countered build. You just have to scout. But I know sometimes people just don't do it. Sometimes people overlook it, and herO has even overlooked it. I believe it was against SOS. He actually dropped a game.
On Overgrowth, I believe. SOS made a base in the bottom right, and herO kept checking for the normal third base, but didn't find it.
Yep, huge mind game there.
But I love when players do this, especially when they play someone like Maru or like herO because they feel like, okay, I actually cannot beat this guy in a straight-up game.
Yeah, well,
I need to take a chance like this.
It shows you the mindset of the player going into this. Oh, huge scout, actually.
Ooh.
Oh, maybe not.
Did he actually see that?
Oh, he scans afterwards, so he does that. Very smart from BrAvO to do so.
Yeah. I guess just to be safe. To be honest, you're facing herO. I think
look at this.
You can.
Look at this probe. See, this is what happens if you're going to keep playing the way of the meta. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Why are you there?
I don't know what he's doing down there. I guess he could put down a pylon and a dark shrine, but
I think it's...
Maybe he's waiting for an SCV to go down now?
Maybe. This is an interesting one.
Yeah.
Hopefully... Well, we'll see if he does check the bottom right. I thought that was going to go check it for sure, and he'd just be in such a commanding position, but if he just lets it go, it's going to get a little uglier, and we could actually just see a massive upset. And if he goes into the late game like this, he actually just starts mining it completely. SCV probe is going to go down to the natural of that area. No further.
Oh my god.
Oh man. Why would you even check the natural? Check the main.
Yeah, that's where you would want to hide it if you're hiding a base.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is the type of build that if it goes unscouted for a long enough time, you just get way too far behind.
Yeah, you will eventually just lose.
It's almost like a coin flip. You know what I mean? It's like, if he doesn't scout it, I win. If he does scout it, I lose.
This couldn't be
something like that. It's
exactly
kind of annoying to me, to be honest.
It's exactly how you say Valdez.
I wouldn't want to see BrAvO take a win off of that.
That's sometimes the players are going to do what they got to do, you know, to win it, especially if they're so disadvantaged when it comes to just pure skill. You got to take chances, and it is a coin flip in the truest sense of things. You know, he's taking a massive chance here. Does it get scattered or does it not? Basically saying, does he win the game or does he lose?
Yeah.
And you know, he might not even win the game from here because he's got to defend this kind of aggression off 3 base. So he's already invested a lot of minerals into that 3rd command center and the SCVs that are there as well.
Yeah. Oh, and look at this. 5 gates coming up. Still no 3rd Nexus. And he's going double forge. It's kind of strange. If you're making this many gates, you're not going to be able to support 1-1 and the units out of that plus the Colossi. But I suppose he could go for some kind of 1-1 push and just get the 2 forges earlier and then go for it eventually.
I think he's just going for a very delayed 3rd base at this point. Like he's simply going for double upgrades. He's going to add the production buildings. So he's always going to have it. But when you see them adding those upgrades, adding Colossus as well, it really seems like he's ready to transition. He will transition. And there's a probe down at that 3rd base now.
Yeah, he continues to make those probes, so just a save for 3rd base, and that's not really what you want against a Terran that's made that 3rd base a long while ago. But of course, herO does not know that.
Yeah, he's going to continue containing the front here and not think anything more of it. So this could very well be the 2nd time we see herO lose to this kind of build. Well, and it's just a build that you shouldn't lose to. It's a build that you should be prepared for against lesser players like this. There's no real excuse to it. It's such an
although it is a coin flip, it is easily scouted if you are meticulous enough with your scouting, and you should go for it.
Check every base in the map. That is basically the only thing you have to do to
1 probe. It looks like he's sending something down there now.
He's not going to go all the way there. He's going to go simply to the choke point outside that base.
He's making pylons. Looks like just scouting pylons possibly for drops that are coming around to his 3rd base.
Yeah.
Oh man, herO. You got to go in there.
Oh, we're going to see some aggression, perhaps, from BrAvO. Does scout where exactly they are. Lots of observers on the map. You know, it's the same style. It's exactly the style that I was talking about with herO. You know, going for upgrades, gateway units, and Colossus. Not looking to transition past this. Simply stay on this very strong composition and just take the fights and deflect everything. But this double drop, it's going to get in. No!
He should have gone for this. Nothing in the main.
Oh, there's nothing there. Big mistake.
Oh, and with Blank on the map right now, he can easily target down those 2 medevacs. This is all going to get cleaned up.
Yeah.
So,
man, that indecision just cost him so much potential damage. He could have done so much in that main base. There was absolutely nothing there. He could have even killed the Nexus with that many Marauders. I don't know. I
suppose there was the Mothership Core and a Photon Overcharge to come down, but that was 2 drops. 2 medevacs coming in there with a lot of Marauders.
Oh, man. Seems like herO's kind of scouted everywhere but the base he needs to scout in the bottom right. And we don't really see BrAvO taking much of an advantage of it just yet, but I think the more over time, the later it gets, it will really start to make a difference, especially when these armies start trading.
Well, BrAvO at the same time, he has made a ton of workers. He's going up to 77. He makes 3 at a time, so he's going to have a huge amount. Looks like he wants to get down even a 4th base now. And to herO, this looks like a 3rd base, I guess, but...
Yeah, essentially. Composition-wise, I'd probably still give the advantage to herO, especially when these 2-2 comes down, as well as the charge. He should have a great window of opportunity to attack this army and maybe stop the 3rd base from mining. But the longer it gets, the bigger advantage BrAvO has.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that 3rd base for herO was pretty early, but I think he thinks that he's much further ahead than he actually is. That's the problem here.
Yeah, and herO is just simply gearing up to go for that hard attack. Not even getting the gases on his 3rd base, simply sticking the minerals there so he can just pump out a ton of zealots to buffer for this Colossus. And the 2-2 window is nearly there. Nearly got it. Not going to be looking for it just yet there.
He's going to have 2-2 in charge before, looks like the +2 of the Terran even finishes up here. So he definitely has that timing, but he's not taking it, just like you're saying. And BrAvO, in fact, is the guy who's moving out.
Yeah, he's got a lot of Vikings, actually. 10 Vikings with this army.
He has 2 medevacs.
Wow.
2 medevacs. I don't think I've seen a number lower than that.
No, that's a pretty low number for this kind of fight as well. Colossus is going to do a lot of damage to it. Oh, getting some nice picks there with the Stalkers, getting at least rid of one of them.
BrAvO's making another base. I guess on this map you just have so much space that you can go for this, especially when you're putting on the aggression, but he's going to go up to 5 base against 3, and that may just be too much.
It could very well be. Getting a couple more Vikings. Cannot lose a Colossus in this position, but he does. And now, look at BrAvO. He's taking the positional advantage. He simply rotated around, and now he is in the choke.
But at the same time, BrAvO only fighting with half of his army, and a ton of these chargelets going to work on a huge bio ball up to the top. Yeah. And even the Colossi getting in the mix.
Oh, massive damage. Every Viking's gone down. 3 Colossus remain. Perfect fight for herO. Look at that supply lead. Even down a base.
16 Vikings went down. Just a very awkward fight for BrAvO. And that kind of tells you, even if you get your 3rd base this much farther ahead of the Protoss, if you take a fight like that, it is not going to go well for you.
I'm kind of baffled why he didn't try from the south, work through those gateways and try and pick at the Colossus from there with the Vikings instead of going around and fighting in like a choke point again in a bit of a, dare I say, wonka-doodle sort of a position.
You dare say it, man.
I dare say it, but it's true. I'm kind of shocked.
It's a wonka-doodle position there.
Yeah, I love that word, Valdez.
Yeah, I thought what BrAvO was going to do is get that nice position with the Vikings and just force herO to take that awkward fight, but it just did not go well for him. No, and herO may just be able to slam the door on him. Look at this. He's even getting to work on those SUVs in the mineral line. Huge shots with those Vikings on all of the bio that remains, and oh my god.
There's just nothing here, nothing left. It doesn't even matter that herO is down a base. He simply has too much, and once again he's crushing it. Nice little sort of choke point for the bio against all these zealots, but it's simply too many.
He has so many gateways at the same time, going up to 10+, and he just warps in a huge round of zealots. He's got those great upgrades at the same time, and he just continues to take great fights.
Yeah, he's sitting on like a lot of gateways right now. So many, how many? 12 gateways.
herO never even scouted the base. He still wins the game. Doesn't even matter.
No, it doesn't even matter.
Talk about coin flip. I guess it doesn't work out when you take fights like that, BrAvO.
Yeah, you don't take fights like that. You don't go properly into the late game. Don't have what you need. Correct positioning. Could have even pulled the boys.
Yeah, he had so many SUVs. Could have pulled like 60 of them.
You know what? That could actually be one reason. GG.
GG.
That could have actually been one reason why he lost the fight. He simply had too many workers for his army to be big enough.
It's definitely possible.
herO crushes it, man.
herO's going to go back to that bench, and everybody's going to be like, he had a hidden base.
Yeah.
He's going to be like, oh,
seriously.
Okay,
like,
well, whatever.
He was actually on 4 base, the whole time you're on 3. He's like, what? LOL.
Doesn't look like he's gotten the info now.
No one wants
Looks
to tell
like
him.
The coach maybe just told him. He's like, okay, whatever.
Oh, man. They got to tell him about it now. It's like, he had an extra base, dude. It's like, what? What? Are you serious? I won that?
Yeah. Everybody's gathering around. That's probably a very interesting conversation they're having right now.
They could even be just, scolding and be like, you noob. He had a base in the bottom right the whole time.
Imagine if herO scouted that base, how over that game would have been.
It would have been even more over than that somehow. Yeah. That was a big stomping.
Yeah. Well, you kind of expect this out of herO. BrAvO, I'd say some pretty mediocre TVP play. Did get that hidden base down, but wasn't able to capitalize on the advantage that he gained for himself. So BrAvO will go down. CJ Entus does get that 1-0 lead. We're going to jump into the next game. I believe it's Byung versus Deer.
That is correct, Valdez. It will be on the map Coda. So another one of those new maps. Yeah, I like this map a lot, actually. It should be a lot of fun.
It's pretty good. Get to see another PVT. It's going to be a lot harder to hide a base on this map.
Oh, that's for sure.
I feel like these two players are a lot closer in skill level, so I don't feel like either of them would go for that big of a risk.
Yeah, I definitely give the advantage to Byung going into this one. I mean, considering, you know what, coming into this week as well, you look at herO matchup and you look at Byung's, and they had the same matchup TVP, so they probably played against each other a ton coming into this. And what better practice partner than herO to be prepared for a TVP?
Yeah. herO and Byung just sitting in the house playing only that, no ladder. That would be the best.
That would be scrumptious.
As we mentioned before, Byung versus Deer is the next matchup here for game number 2.